Well, good morning, everybody. Uh, Very important announcement up front. We do have ice cream in the back, and so if anybody's interested as we go along here, feel free to grab a cup, and definitely on the way out, we'll be serving that up for you. So, once again, good morning and welcome. My name is Jay Retzer, and I'm a Senior Dairy Lending Specialist with Compeer Financial. I'd first like to thank everyone for coming to our session today. World Dairy Expo is an exciting event for everyone who shares a passion for agriculture and the dairy industry. Compeer Financial is proud to partner with Vandoske Dairy Farms for today's virtual farm tour. As a farm credit cooperative, Compeer Financial is dedicated to serving the agricultural community, and we're committed to supporting the success of dairy farmers like Bob and Tara Vandoske. We understand the unique challenges and the opportunities within the dairy industry, and we're committed to providing the financial solutions and support that dairy farmers and rural business owners need to succeed. Vandoske Dairy Farms is a shining example of the dedication, innovation, and hard work that defines the dairy industry. Having worked with Bob, Tara, and their family for the past several years, I have been time after time thoroughly impressed with not only the productivity and financial results of their operation, but even more so the value their family brings to the local community and to the dairy industry in general. Always greeting me with a smile and a high level of professionalism, it has been an honor for me to be a small part of their team over the years. I hope you are as excited as I am to hear more about Vandoske Dairy Farm's journey and their plans for the future. Please join me in welcoming Bob and Tara Vandoske.
Well, thank you. We want to thank the World Dairy Expo first and the staff for putting this on. It's quite an event, and we also want to thank Jay, especially Jay and Compeer, for thinking of us and putting us in this situation. But no, things have been great, and Compeer is just a huge part of our success, and we want to thank you. This is my wife, Tara. I'd like to introduce you to my kids, Brianne, Reed, and Brooklyn. They're a big part of our operation as well, and couldn't do it without them also. So thank you. This is where I start to slide. Welcome to the Vandoske Dairy Farms. I'm Bob Vandoske, along with my wife Tara and our 3 children, Brianne, Reed, and Brooklyn. We're located in Cleveland, Wisconsin. We currently are milking 600 cows, and we run 1,100 acres of land. We just recently started a show cow facility where we board other animals, and we also started an on-farm store where you can come and buy ice cream and enjoy quality dairy products.
My name is Brooklyn, and I feed the show heifers in the show barn.
And my name's Brianne, and I also work with the show heifers as well as working with the calves and also working in the creamery and the kennel when needed.
I'm Reed Vandoske, and I milk all the show cows every morning. So my day-to-day is usually I wake up, I come down here, feed all the cows in the morning. After they're done getting fed, then we'll milk all of them in our parlor right over there. And after that, I do different stuff with the heifers, our show heifers, our other heifers. Just depends on the day, really.
My main role, I would say, on the farm right now is more on the bookkeeping end of things. And really any job in the office is my role. So I take care of that. I also run a dog boarding kennel on our facility and our property.
My great-grandpa bought the homestead and 40 acres in 1942. My grandpa started running the farm, and when they got married, they started the farm from scratch. Started with 18 cows. And when my dad eventually took over, they did some slow expansions, and they went from 30 cows to 50 cows to 80 cows. And when I got more involved in the farm in 2006, we put up our first freestyle barn. And from there, we got up to 230 cows, and we milked them all in the stanchion barn. In 2014, we put up the parlor and another expansion of freestyle barn, and we started milking 500 cows. That got us to where we are today, and we slowly added some freestalls and retrofitted that, and now we're at the current position of 600 cows. We employ 12 people full-time. We average just about 100 pounds a day. We grow all of our own forages on 1,100 acres. We have about 600 acres of corn that is used all for silage. We have about 400 acres of alfalfa. that all goes to forages. We grow about 100 acres of wheat that we use for mostly straw, and we sell the grain. I think a lot of key to our success is the people that we surround ourselves with. Dairy doctors, our veterinary clinic, our nutritionist, Jeff Wardvet, Compeer Financial, anything we need from consulting or financial decisions, Compeer Financial has been a great asset to our business.
I think what we would like to be known for is just being a small dairy family grow into something big. I mean, we've started at such little. We started with 35 cows and a couple chickens with my great-grandparents, and then watching my grandpa and my dad build it all up. So just knowing that this small family operation can grow into something so big.
I think being a part of a family farm influenced my future plans, but it just makes me want to take this farm over more when I get older and just want to take over the whole operation. Just seeing the reward of winning different shows, big high levels, just shows all the hard work that pays off.
The legacy I'd love to leave would be just a genuinely kind, hardworking family that we have brought up our kids to be. Someone that is going to represent our Vandoske dairy farms well, our creamery. I want to lead by example and make sure that we put our kids first. Our faith is important to us, and trust that God's way is our path, and hope that we can just continue that way through the years.
I think my dad's legacy was getting the farm to where it is today. I don't think we would be here without his vision and his expansions at the right time. You know, my legacy, hopefully it's, you know, the expansion with the show barn and the new store. Hopefully it takes off, and when I'm long gone, people can say that, yeah, I was the founder of that.
I'm very proud to be raised on a third-generation dairy farm. Just the tradition and the generations before me worked so hard to build us up from where we are now. So continuing to grow that and continuing to teach others about the dairy industry and about the egg world and seeing where it can grow is just an amazing thing to witness.
Okay. So yeah, going back to the history, I don't know if this is on or this is on. Anyway, going back to the history, my great grandpa was a mailman, and some days I wish I would have been a mailman. But he actually purchased the original homestead, and it was 80 acres, not 40 acres. But he bought it for my grandpa actually, and my grandpa started it. And long story short, the house was unlivable and the farm was run down, and they put a lot of work into it. My grandma, I don't remember my grandpa, he was gone before I was born, but my grandma always told the story how they, you know, dug the basement out by hand, carried the dirt out with 5-gallon buckets. So they stuck a lot of time and effort into it, which to me is cool to see where it's gotten. Like I said, they started it with 18 cows, and here we are after today. Yeah, we run 1,100 acres. About 700 are owned, the rest are rented. We have 400 acres of alfalfa, mostly corn and a little bit of wheat. But everything that goes to forages, everything that we produce goes right to the cows. We do all our own harvesting. The only thing that we outsource is our spraying. I don't spray, but we haul all our own manure, do all the cropping ourselves in-house. Right now we're milking 600 cows, and we're averaging about 100 pounds a day with a 4% fat. And we do employ 12 full-time employees. Recently we put up the show barn, and we have about 20 show cows in there that are fed separate ration and are not taken better than care of the other ones, because those are taken well too, but a little extra attention. All right, so yeah, through the years, like I said, like the video stated, I think it was a step-by-step process of where we've gotten today. The first freestyle barn we put up, I was just out of high school, and we still milked in the old stanchion barn. By the end of that, we were milking almost 230 cows in a stanchion barn. It was the worst time of my life. It was not fun, but I think that helped us get to where we were now by doing step by step and not taking on such debt or such a big, master thing there. It got us to the point, we did it the right way, although it was not easy, And then after 2014, life got a little better when we did put up another freestyle barn and we started milking in the parlor. Not only was it more efficient, but we could also attract better help, better labor that was willing to not milk 230 cows in a stall barn. So yeah, and then now going on the diversification, we put in a farm store. Long story short, I don't have the passion to milk 10,000 cows. I like where we're at right now. I like the management level that we have, the amount of labor, the amount of help. We don't need 50 people that I'm managing. I'm still have a role in the farm, not just managing. I still drive a tractor, I still milk a cow once in a while, and I still have hands-on. And I like that part of it, and I don't want to milk 10,000 cows, so I thought to bring in the next generation, we needed to do something different. So that's where we started the farm store and the boarding business, where is really taken off recently, and that helps supplement too. And also my wife's dog boarding kennel. That started 20 years ago when we had started having kids and we were paying the babysitter as much as what she was making working off. So I thought, well, we need to keep you home, but you're not just going to stay home, you're going to work too. So that's where we started the dog boarding kennel.
I think what makes our farm unique is, we not only milk 600 cows, but we're in the show industry as well. We're in the new show barn that we just constructed, where we can board other people's show animals. We can take care of them separately, and then we can also milk them in our in-house new parlor here. We put up the show barn this year in hopes of taking care of our show cows a little bit better, and it's evolved into a boarding business now. We actually are boarding 12 cows and 6 heifers with 7 different clients. It's been able to supplement our income quite a bit and help pay for the new barn, so it's actually taken off quite a bit.
For sure, a highlight for me is when we won Champion Bred and Owned Heifer at World Dairy Expo. I think that was 2019, and just being out there on the colored shavings and then doing really well too. We're just very fortunate and very grateful for the opportunities we've had with these animals.
There's 2 different sides to our operation. One would be the show side and one would be the dairy side, where we produce all the milk, and those breeding philosophies are very different. For the show end, we're breeding high type, big conformation cows that are going to look pretty and everything else. On the other side, we're breeding for health traits, smaller cows that are going to last longer and can produce that quality feed into a lot of milk. We put in the SCR collar system about 10 years ago, and now we updated it all to ear tags. That's a Fitbit type of thing that keeps track of rumination, activity, all that stuff. We recently just put in a FeedLink system. It's a software for our feed program. We can enter dry matter changes a lot faster. 2 years ago, we decided to put up a calf barn. It houses 80 calves. At the time, we were feeding 90 calves in calf hutches. We had calf hutches all over the farm. So it's been just a tremendous asset to have all the calves under one facility. We can take care of them better in the rainstorm, snowstorm, hot weather. Everything is just much easier and more employee friendly. High milk quality is something that we really take pride on. It not only is a good reflection on us, but also the dairy that we ship our milk to. So we constantly train our employees, proper milking techniques, that everybody's on the same page, cleanliness of stalls, cleanliness of cows, I think is the way we maintain our low somatic cell count and our high milk quality.
It's expected, to be quite honest with you. We expect out of our kids and out of each other to represent ourselves well. So that means a clean property, that means grass is cut, and that means that the facilities are clean. We hope that when customers come to the creamery that they look and they say, it's a beautiful facility. And we've been blessed enough to be told that. So now maintaining that is going to be expected from now on.
You have to be aggressive, you have to be a go-getter, and you have to be willing to put in the time. It's not an industry where you can take shortcuts or be lazy. You really have to put in the time to work and be committed to what you're doing. There's certainly a lot of memories that I cherish when my dad was around and I was younger. I was in the same field, you know, the same tractor in the same field with my dad. I kind of got goosebumps. And now with my son in the same field as I get the same goosebumps, and it's a super cool feeling. Having success at the shows is always memories that I'll cherish forever. But I think the biggest thing is working alongside your kids.
There we go. Sorry about that. The clicker's a little touchy. Yeah, so the show side of things, like I said, that's a different avenue as well as the regular dairy. It's much different actually. I don't think you make some money, but you don't make a lot of money. It's more of a hobby and it's a passion that you have. Once you start showing cows, like I showed cows when I was younger, it's an addiction that you just don't get rid of. I think a lot of people that are in that can attest to that. So, and it also gives my kids, you know, when they were little, something responsibilities to do. With 12 employees, you know, when I grew up, I had to feed the calves before school and after school, and you know, they didn't quite have that because that was part of the, you know, our employees' jobs. So when we started showing animals a little bit more, that gave the kids the responsibilities. So that's what they had to do before school, after school, and stuff like that. It keeps them involved in the dairy as well and keeps them interested. So yeah, that, you know, we do breed differently. We breed for high type, and we look for, you know, deep pedigrees and stuff like that. They get fed certainly different, you know, not just a TMR mixed ration. I mean, it's probably twice as expensive. As cost of production is twice as expensive, but like I said, it's a different industry and it's a different way of life in the show barn, that's for sure.
Hi, my name is Tara Vandoske, and you are inside Vandoske's Countyline Creamery. This venture started on June 22nd of this year. We are excited to be a part of this community to serve some farm fresh ice cream, along with a variety of cheese products from Belgioso cheese, some milk, and even some to-go ice cream that you can take it home and enjoy it at home.
Well, it's an idea that I had been thinking about for a number of years now, and tried to think of a way to bring in the next generation without adding more land, adding a lot more cows, and still being sustainable and successful. So I came up with a farm store. I think, you know, as dairy producers, it's not just our job to produce the milk that makes these products, it's also our job to educate the public on where your ice cream comes from, where your cheese comes from, where your milk comes from. So this is a way to bring in people from in town, bring them out to the country. We have the viewing windows, they can see the cows, they can interact with the cows. It gets everybody a little bit more involved, not only enjoying the great quality ice cream, but knowing exactly where it comes from.
When we can host tours and we can host small groups that can come through here, they can walk through the barn, see our show cattle. They can also watch them being milked in our parlor. We have large viewing windows that they can also see the action up and close.
This summer we were fortunate enough to host breakfast on the farm, where we had thousands of people come to our farm, enjoy breakfast, educate them, give them farm tours on where their products also come from.
Our oldest daughter, Brianne, she is one of our employees here. So she's scooping ice cream. She's kind of taking that leadership role to be one of the leads on a shift. Our youngest daughter, Brooklyn, she's our waffle maker guru. Our son, Reed, he handles a lot of what you see on the other side, so the barn side, which is a huge aspect of, we need things to be clean, we need things to be swept. He really takes charge of out there. The strategies we use right now are social media. We really go strong on Facebook, on Instagram. We try to make some posts that are lively and that are showcasing our product. Every week we do a spotlight of an animal on our property, and people have really gravitated towards that. Having them take a selfie with them and tag us on it and post it has just been another avenue that we can get people to come back and see what's next.
In the future, I think we're always gonna try to add different products, make different niches here. I'm looking into maybe making a specialty grilled cheese sandwich. Next summer, we're gonna have glass bottled milk that we're gonna be selling. So yeah, we're always looking for customer feedback and how we can improve.
Consumer feedback has been fantastic. We've been really fortunate to get a lot of folks to just speak highly of not only the customer service that's happening while they walk in the door, but also the product. Hands down, people have really enjoyed it. So the creamery really started with, Bob is naturally an entrepreneur in his realm of life. And he said, hey, let's just open up an ice cream shop. Let's scoop some ice cream. And I thought, yeah, it's not just about that. There's a lot to it. So we were fortunate to be able to expand part of the barn into having the creamery. And it has been a very good decision. It came with a little heartache at times and some hardships, but really it has, when I found out more of his dream and like we all state, is diversifying off of the dairy. What else can we bring to our area? And like we stated in here, it's been really well received. I think anytime you can get the public into the barn, into a barn, and have them see the animals, see that we care for the animals so incredibly well. They can touch them, and they're very, very friendly. So I think that association has been just really great for the creamery. Like we stated, we have cheese. Our producer is Belgioso, so we sell some Belgioso cheese in there. We also will do glass bottled milk hopefully next year. But the idea is to, what can we help for us, the next generation, with our kids? We do host a few tours and a few school groups. We have one coming up here shortly too. So it's really great to get a group of kids to come through that can tour the farm a little bit, see the calf barn, and then also, of course, get a free scoop of ice cream and see the joy in them, because when they can get in front of some cows, everybody's just a little bit more happier, it seems. Breakfast on the Farm this year was a great avenue for us to welcome in I think we served about 4,000 people, and they were able to see the creamery, not go inside the creamery, but know that we were there and existed, and then that way it could come back. We opened up, our grand opening was the week after, so then it really drove it drove a lot of people to come back out and taste the product.
Well, what's next? Who knows? Who knows? I haven't thought about that yet. But yeah, right now we're gonna get the store under wraps. We have different plans next year of different outings and different products and stuff like that. The show cat will always be there. We're always looking for the next big winner, hopefully. Yeah, and that might be our legacy. We'll see. But so far, it's been a fun ride, and again, thanks for everybody coming out and putting up with us. But I think questions are next. Yes. Yeah, so, yep. Yeah, we do not produce the ice cream, that right now. We may do that in the future, but that's a whole nother avenue that I looked into a little bit and then I got scared. So we decided to go this route and get our feet wet and see how it goes. But that may be a thing, and I hope that is a thing for these guys and not me, because it's a whole different avenue with permits and inspections and a lot more money. But yeah, it certainly is a thought that we had, but at this time we purchase everything in. Any other questions?
So like Jay stated, we do have we have 2 flavors in back that the kids will serve. We have vanilla, which of course is a crowd favorite. Actually, I know it sounds kind of plain, but it is. People love it. And then we have bear bait. Bear bait is a super popular flavor by us. It is chocolate ice cream with peanut butter cups in there, and fudge swirls are one, and caramel, I believe. So that one by far is usually the first one to get replaced, because we got to bring a new one in. So, but yeah, please, before you leave, the kids will serve you some in back. Good.
So, you talked about maybe selling glass bottle. Would that, if you do that, would you be bottling your own milk, or are you thinking about bringing it in from somewhere else to do that?
Yeah, we're going to bring that in also. Who's ever bottling it does not have they cannot take in milk yet. So if they would, we would probably do that, and we would bring the show cow milk there, because that's not very much, you know. But yeah, no, right now we're gonna outsource that. We're gonna bring that in also. Yep. 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 Yeah. I think, to be honest, you know, they take so much extra attention and different feed and everything else that not everybody wants to, you know, invest into that or facilities, but they still want to play with them, you know. So that's where we come in the hand. The same thing with me also. We had 3 or 4 show cows that we milked separately, but it wasn't quite the right thing. So that's where we decided to do this. And what better way to bring them in? And also, you know, we house a lot of them from California. We're 2 hours from Madison. They're 18 hours from Madison. So to get on a trailer to go 2 hours to the show is a lot better for the cow than to go 18 hours and get to the show. So that's another reason, you know. But yeah, I think we have somebody just dedicated to that. So they get fed, you know, 5 different kinds of hay 5 different times a day, you know, whereas people don't have the time or commitment to do that. So that's where we can provide a little extra service. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we wash them every other or every 3rd day for sure. Yeah, and we do that too. We if you walk by last week, we were exercising 4 heifers a mile a day, and none of them were on mine. So yeah, we do put in a lot of time, because, like I said too, we have my son's on his phone right now watching the show, because one of our boarders is in the ring right now, and he's giving me little updates. So we are truly invested. We want our boarders' clients to do better than we do, because it's a good reflection on us. So yeah, we certainly take care of them as much as they're needed. Yes.
Sorry, I'm asking one question.
No.
I'm more curious about this boarding business.
Okay.
You guys, is this a situation where it's like, hey, this is how we do things. If you want to board with us, this is how we feed. This is how it works. Is it like client by client basis? There's specifics on how they want you to feed an animal, or how often they want you to exercise an animal. What does that look like?
Yeah, that's interesting, because I can tell you a story about this week. We had one of our clients. The heifer, you know, he thought she should have been done a little different, and the guy that I have hired said, just trust the process. And he's like, he walked away and he told me before, it's better for me and the calf if I'm not there. And he did go on to win his class. So yeah, we will take suggestions, but we have the expertise. I don't have the expertise, but we hired the guy who has the expertise. And like we say, just trust the process. We'll put them hopefully in the best situation that they can be in. All right. You want to start serving ice cream? We can get everybody a scoop of ice cream. And yeah, any other questions? But thanks for attending. Thanks again to Compeer for sponsoring us. Appreciate it.